Hi, welcome to LearnEx Academy. Today we're going to talk about SAT critical writing, and we'll discuss some of the basics and tips to improve that. Some of the objectives that we'll discuss today will be to understand what is meant by academic writing and some of the conventions and practices that we utilize for that, as well as how to develop a strong argument. The first step that we take during the writing process is to brainstorm. We're brainstorming on our topic to answer who, what, where, when, why, and how. So we're already starting to analyze and think critically to come up with some descriptions and strong evaluation about the topic that we're looking at. When we're thinking about critical writing, we have to also think about the argument that we're providing for that. Argument is always stronger than an opinion, because an argument weighs up a different series of ideas with a very strong point of view, as well as providing evidence to substantiate that argument. And usually towards the end of the essay, we can also look at giving some counter arguments to make our argument even stronger. Now that we've understood a little bit about analyzing the topic, it's important that we look at creating our thesis that's workable. Okay, as a reader, I want to be able to understand what is the topic, what is the purpose of your writing, is it clear, what's your position on that. So a few examples of what I mean by topic sentences. And the first one, our very general topic is pollution in ABC town is the worst in the world. And our controlling idea would be many reasons. So our writing would be about many reasons that actually support that overall topic. In the second sentence, our topic would be to be an effective CEO, and our controlling idea would be certain characteristics. Right? Some thesis statements can be more effective than others depending on how descriptive and specific we are. Now the first two sentences that are given here are okay, but the first one is more descriptive and clear than the second one. So the first one is a better thesis statement than the second, and definitely the first two are better than the third, because the third one is basically just introducing it in a very generic way, and we try to move away from saying this paper is about. That's not a very strong statement. That's not a very strong argument. Here's an example of a good paragraph, an introductory paragraph with the thesis statement, and it's giving some support for that to introduce the topic. Okay, now that we've come up with our thesis statement, it's now time for us to organize, give an outline, putting together the title, the introduction, our body paragraphs, and our conclusion. So we would create an outline now to help put everything together. Okay, so here's an example of a paragraph which is very clearly organized in a systematic way. Okay, so when we're structuring our argument, okay, we need to think about what is the purpose of our writing, what's the evidence, are we comparing and contrasting, okay, looking at the things that we need to point out in our writing, are we answering the question effectively. Our paragraphs and our essay need to really direct back to the thesis statement, back to our argument. And those paragraphs need to be very well developed with topic sentences and supporting sentences. And there should be a flow to that. So we should use transitions in our writing to connect ideas, remembering what is the theme. There should be one idea or topic in that specific paragraph. Okay, so here's an example of a good paragraph where we've got the topic sentence, we have evidence and support of the evidence, and then an effective conclusion. Okay, some of your reasoning, you need to obviously link points together using words that connect to improve the flow. Also some words to show reasons. These are keywords when we're reading. and also indicator words that show in addition to, on the contrary, to kind of link ideas together. And obviously we need to have very clear focus on the cohesion and flow. Okay, so we're looking at, grammar usage. One concern is always parallelism. Okay, are our sentences following specific patterns in relation to verbs and adjectives being used effectively? Are we repeating words too much? Are we using a variance in our vocabulary? Okay, and then obviously the last sentence of every paragraph should predict the next paragraph so that there's a flow. And also, if we're referring to any kind of sources, it's important to paraphrase. Using quotes is always recommended in the SAT. Okay. Here we'll look at a few exercises. All right, we've got a topic sentence that is missing. And if we read through this, we basically can pick out some similarities that's found throughout, because these sentences should support a topic sentence. So if we read through it, we'll realize probably the best topic sentence would be A. Sending cards is very popular in North America, and everything that's written after that supports that topic sentence. Okay, and here we have a concluding sentence which is missing. Okay, and a concluding sentence basically will wrap up that concluding paragraph or that actual paragraph at the end. Okay, so probably the best sentence is, these are just a few ways parents can be part of their child's education and the child is sure to benefit. Okay, so it's a very clear summary of what was written. Okay, that concludes our little discussion on critical writing in relation to the SAT exam. So if you want some more online help in relation to SAT critical writing, please join us at LearnEx Academy. You can visit us on www.learnexacademy.com, or you can even write to us at care@learnexacademy.com. Do also join us on Skype if you can, learnex.tech or learnex.academy. Thank you very much.